Sweetie, you might disagree. Your marriage might be happy. Hopefully you won't end up as part of the 50%, but you can say what you want to say. And that last statement is irrelevant. It don't even make no sense. You attract what you focus on. Bullshit. That's a total bullshit statement. But the rest of your statement, okay, I can go with you. You say you happily married. Be blessed. Be grateful that you are not in the 50% of people whose marriages end in divorce. And be hopeful that yours don't end in divorce. Because, sweetie, you can say what you want to say. Y'all can talk about picking and choosing all you want. Sorry, them statistics don't lie. 50% of the people that get married get divorced. And they not happy. You can say what you want to say. Honestly, good marriages. Good marriages. Yeah, at some point, yeah, we kind of grew apart. We were young, but no, that marriage wasn't good. But guess what? Again, every damn thing I stated was still the reality. The woman loses her name, takes on his. The woman is responsible for bearing the children. She's responsible for rearing the children. She's responsible for everything in the household, including his stuff too. We also help them with their businesses. We help them whatever work they got going on. Then we get up and we go to work too. We pay bills just like them. I have to be responsible in the house just like him. There's nothing that the husband does that I don't do other than me. That's the only thing he doing that I ain't doing in the household. While you bullshitting, most of the time we doing quadruple what they do. And no, sweet, I ain't trying to scare nobody, but I'm just stating fact. And you right, sister. Marriage is not for the weak. It's for the people that... I've had very good examples of marriage in front of me. My folks didn't divorce. You know, my folks didn't divorce. And they stayed together till death do them part. I've had very good examples of marriage in front of me. But y'all can say what you want to say. Even looking back at my grandmother, and my great-grandmother, my aunties, and the stuff that they did when they was married. And some of them did go to work. My grandmothers didn't work, but I had some aunties that went to work and still took care of their husbands and their families and da-da-da-da. Again, why all he have to do is go to work. That's all he does. He don't do nothing else. He go to work. Might cut some grass. But outside of that, they don't do nothing else. Unless something break down, he ain't fixing shit. And most of the time when something break down, ladies tell me I'm lying, we on their so bad it take forever and a day for them to get up and get something done. They get up and get it done because we be harassing the fuck out of them. Okay, we got to pick the right partner. I'm going to tell you again, 50% of marriages end in divorce. So half of the people that get married, they pick the wrong partner. And you can't pick the right partner when the damn partner is masquerading. When they faking who they are. And sweet, it's not even a matter of picking the right partner because guess what? The man's supposed to choose. So now what you talking about us picking? Because that's it. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So guess what? They picking. And I find it hard that you even made that comment. I want to respond to this text. Stop crying. You picked him. You said I do. He's the same man. You just don't need him anymore because you think you better and you got your own money now. Sweetie, we are better. Always have been, always will be. And we got our own damn money. Always have had and always will. So as far as wanting him, we don't need him no more. We never needed him. Never. We desired him. We wanted him. That's what we loved him. That's what we did. But no, we ain't never need his for nothing. And we always had our own damn money. So I don't even get that. And as far as him being the same person, no, he's not. His was masquerading from day one that we was getting with him until finally the mask fell off and we saw who the hell they really were. So no, we didn't pick the person that we ended up with. No, he's not the same person that we met. So I think I kind of addressed every point that you had. And as far as crying, baby, we been stopped crying. I told you. What did the lady tell you? No, we ain't doing hot girls. We ain't doing hot girl summer shit this summer. But guess what? We damn sure doing lukewarm. So the hell with his rag.
From Television City in Hollywood.
Good time. Anytime you need a payment. Good time. You need a free. Good time. Anytime you're out from under. Not getting hassled, not getting hustled. Keeping your head above water. Making a way when you can. Temporary layoffs. Good time.
I'm gonna take a wild stab at this, and I'm gonna say that whoever was laying up in her house, whatever dusty dude was laying up under her, probably cheated or escaped and shit. I like to think the latter, but I think it's the former. I think whoever it was cheated on her ass and then escaped relatively unscathed. You know, once he did it, maybe he didn't come back and he left all this stuff in her house and she had nothing to do but throw a tantrum and tear up his belongings and rage out and call all her, you know, loser friends and bitch and moan about it and, you know, make TikTok videos talking about marriage and how men's masks fall off and how we fool women and all this shit. And I think it's a crock of bullshit. I think it's a crock of bullshit. I think she's a crock of bullshit. Okay? Big Mama, like I said in the first installment, Big Mama needs to shut the fuck up. Okay? Alright? Because you're talking from your personal experience, but you don't want to be honest with your audience and shit while you're saying all these things with such passion and shit, you know? You know, fuck. Yeah, I hate saying this and shit is becoming a meme unto itself, but you should seek therapy and shit, okay? Maybe you could, you know, work something out with Shabria Rawls. You know, we all know who that is. Maybe you can work something out with Shabria Rawls and get your shit together. You guys, you know, share the same kind of mindset. And hell, if it doesn't work out, you know, you could go over, cross over the Skittles rainbow and scissor with her monkey ass, because she got nothing but time on her hands. She fuck with the black community and shit. The black male ethnic community and shit, okay? I know they say a lot of sisters got that female out of her job, but I like to think the latter, a big portion of the latter, got her out of her fucking job and shit. And you don't have, you know, you're not worth fucking with to, you know, do the same thing to you because you're sad and pathetic and shit. Alright? You should admit that someone cheated on your fucking ass and you're hurting, your butt hurting, and laying up in your feelings about it. You're in that big bed all alone and you know you're low value and shit and you don't feel like, you know, doing the work to go back to Skid Row and find another transient guy to wash up, you know, like a lost dog and sit on his peen there, you know. Instead, you want to come out here and get bad advice to your peers, to your younger peers, to the young women, impressionable women that will listen to this shit. They don't know their ass from a hole in the wall. You would imprint your negativity on other women and shit. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, you know. You're so fucked up. You have, you know, an overt misogynist wagging his finger in your face right now and shit about how you betray your own sisters with bad advice and your shitty negative worldview. You need to get control of yourself, okay? Alright? You can't control anything on this planet but yourself. Okay? Your choices and shit, okay? Alright? You just say Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, okay? Say that a bunch of times. And then you go look up Shabria Rawls and, you know, you two bump your heads together and come up with some strategies how you could be less of a loser and keep it a buck and shit, okay? You see, like, I want, like, young kings out there, I want you to see this female. This is the end of the road for a lot of black females and shit, you know, with that, you know, I'm strong, independent, don't need no man. This is the end of the road. Laying up in your bed under a bunch of quilts and shit, you know, probably one hand under the covers, the other hand on her phone bitching on TikTok and shit, you know, because she mad as hell about how things turned out. That she had the decision, she made the decision, okay? She made the decision about that, okay? It's futile, as we all know, trying to talk to a black woman about making any kind of substantive change and shit. And if you tell them that, the least they're going to do is go into a narcissistic rant and say the same shit you just said to her, except inverted. It's tiresome. That's why motherfuckers is leaving. And dudes that ain't leaving is just saying, fuck it, man. They're just firing up that PlayStation 5 and shit, and getting a Hot Pocket and kicking it, man. And, you know, a fleshlight when they need some shit, man. You know, like that fucking therapist that said that shit. I noticed one of the things she said, we don't need you guys. We can make our own money and we can make ourselves come and shit. I'm like, well, we can't. We can do that too. We can do that too, and a lot better. I was like, fuck it. You know why we could do that a lot better? Got a lot of practice because of you females. Right? You don't know how to communicate. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be at the bottom of the barrel for marriage stats, okay? That 54%, that's mostly brothers married in stable relationships, okay? For the most part. Not the guys you see every day, the Pookies and Ray Rays, who are ultimately raised by women like you, okay? Women like you raised the dudes you complained about. Why won't you just admit it? Because you can't. I mean, if I heard a sister admit that kind of shit, I would be scared as fuck and have to go to a religious facility and pray because I know an asteroid's about to hit this fucking planet. Alright? Yeah. So I'm calling it, she got cheated on by a dusty dude who left her high and dry and got away without her getting her pound of flesh, literally. Because she does look like a puncher. She does look like a fighter. She looks like the kind of person that would get between you and the door and start like bodying into you like you playing a game of street ball and then throw a haymaker and shit and just try to run over you. She try to beat you up, make you go back in the room and shit, okay? And tell you some negative shit. I know what she'll say. I can look at her face, man. She's like, where you think you gonna go? You think you gonna have it somewhere better than with me? Huh? Look what all I do for you and you don't care. Then start punching your ass and then try to get you to, do some sex crap with her or something nasty, okay? But you gotta hold to your shit and run the fuck out. Or climb out the window. Or break up with her with at least 2 or 3 other motherfuckers in the room. Like dudes. Don't trust it, man. This a bitter broad. She drinking that lemonade, man. She drinking that lemonade, with no sugar in it. And she's spreading her vitriol to young, impressionable women and shit, fucking them up and shit. So that makes the whole reset process go a little bit further. That pushes things back off schedule because, like I said, brothers is gonna take back the community. We're gonna knock down your shit. We're gonna knock down this community. We're gonna demolish the shit till there's nothing left, and then we're gonna dig up the foundation. We're gonna put that in the landfill, and we're gonna start over again. Okay, and your participation is not required in shit. Alright, because you're a bitter broad. You're a fucking loser. And this shit been going on for generations, from woman to woman. They've been passing out this negative shit, fucking up our community and shit. And they don't take no accountability and shit. So why the fuck, if you don't care about the shit, why should we care about the shit? I mean, we're the recipients of your unwarranted hate as a collective, not individually. You can made a TikTok just talking about the nigga that did you wrong. And I would never have made this goddamn commentary, so a 2-part commentary. But no, you got on here, you spread your vitriol all over the place. I don't believe a word you're saying. You're you're emotionally disingenuous, and you're intellectually deficient. I mean, seriously, this is why the community is fucked up and shit, okay? The shit goes from one woman to the next, through multiple generations and shit. They pass this shit down. Then the bitch gets the fucking, she passes it like a baton to the next hoe. Then she passes it down to the other female. And that female starts running with that shit and putting her own spin on it until we have what we have today. The modern, I guess what, some people are saying the Western woman and shit. I'm just as concerned with black people. I'm concerned with black people. I don't want to make any soft terms. I want to be truly honest and shit. I want to talk about just black people. I'm not going to talk about Western women shit. Western American black women that have this problem. Not all of them, okay? I'll throw you a bone. Because I don't get on my knees for nobody. I'll throw you a fucking bone. And I'm going to say this is a problem in our community. That's why you can't have a relationship or nothing. And you motherfuckers that got your own money and you had a dildo or whatever, a super dildo, and you just super happy and you skim the edges of the LGBTQ plus community and all that bullshit, just be happy and shit and shut the fuck up, okay? Just shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear that shit no more, okay? Can you just shut the fuck up? Don't worry, be happy and shit. Slap your ass and get glad. This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.